So I guess we can start with MVP.
So who do you think? You said who do you think is gonna win MVP, or who do you think I should? Who do you think should?
You
win
can
MVP?
give both points.
All right. Well, I don't want to start on this. I'd rather let one of you.
Let's let David start because we know David. So go ahead, just tell the people.
It's not even biased though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not.
it's always a little bias in it, but go ahead,
Bro.
Go ahead.
All right. I have 4 names here that could be in the conversation for MVP. However, one of these guys, for me, is the clear-cut MVP. And that is the reigning MVP in Giannis Antetokounmpo. And that is because there is no player more dominant than this guy in the NBA today. Even Shaq says it, and that's why he gave him the Superman role. Giannis is dominant. He can't be stopped. This dude is averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds a game, 6 assists. He's leading the 32-6 Bucks. This man not only was dominant last year, but now this year he added a 3-point shot. What, he hit 5 threes against you guys? Against the Lakers? Something like that.
It was either 5 or 6.
Greatly improved his 3 ball. So now he has even more of a threat. And he could thank Kyle Korver and his work ethic for training over the summer for that. But that dude, I mean, he's just so scary now. You have to guard him up close because he's just going to sink a 3 in your face. He has the best field goal percentage by far out of my 4 candidates. This year, he's also the best rim protector in the league, allowing only a 39.4 field goal percentage to opponents, while he leads the best defensive team in the NBA. So MVP for me has to be someone who can dominate all levels. He's not just a scorer. He's not just a defensive guy. He's not just a rebound. He's everything, and that's what Giannis is, in my opinion. He's everything, and he also turns the ball over the least out of any other of the other candidates. And he's averaging 4 to 6 minutes less than any of the other candidates, and still dominating on all parts. My other 3 names were James Harden, LeBron James, and Luka. James, I know you love James, Tony.
It's the boy.
The boy. I mean, he's good, but like I said, to me, it's more than just scoring. But I'm not going to talk about James Harden until you do, because I know you have a lot of points to say about him. But Giannis is my MVP.
You brought up a lot of good points there, but the thing, a lot of them I'd say are weaknesses rather than strengths because, okay, so yeah, they're the best defensive team in the league, but when he's off the court, they're the number 1 best defensive team in the league. Number 1 in defensive efficiency when Giannis is sitting on the bench.
I mean, that helps, but you still can't deny the fact that he's also the best rim protector in the league.
He's a great rim protector. He's amazing in the paint on both sides. He's protecting the rim, and he's unstoppable in the paint on the other side. But to say that he has some amazing jump shot now is it's a little ridiculous. But yeah, he has improved a lot as a jump shooter. You could see last year he made 52 threes, and this year already he has 59 made threes, and his percentage is up. So that's a good thing. But I think a lot of the argument for Yanni this year, besides his individual statistics, which are amazing this year, is that he's leading the team to an amazing record. But the case really is that team is phenomenal.
Yeah. It is a good team.
And there's some rebuttal for that. Yeah, Yanni's not playing with another superstar, which is a huge boost to his MVP race. But at the same time, like I said, they're number 1 in defensive efficiency. They play in the weakest division in basketball.
Don't argue it.
They're playing against – they've got the Cavaliers, the Bulls, the Pistons, and who else?
I mean –
the Pacers are the one good team in that division.
They're still beating any other team, though. They've smashed the Clippers. They crushed the Lakers. They've beaten a lot of good teams. So, I mean, that really doesn't matter.
No doubt about that,
me.
but they're playing the Cavaliers, Bulls, and Pistons 12 times. That's easily 10 wins at minimum.
Yeah. Maybe sweeping them.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So, additionally, the Bucks without Yanni, I already mentioned how they have a good defensive efficiency, but they also have the 5th best net rating in the league when he's off the court. So
that's one of the stats I wrote about.
So they're 6.8 points better than the other team per 100 possessions when Yanni's sitting. So yeah, they have an amazing record. He's doing great individually as well, but a lot of that people are going to ignore the underlying factors of that. So,
but he's still the most dominant player.
So now that you've
NBA.
said a lot of this, who do you have as your MVP?
It's just so hard for me, but I want to give it to the guy who's who's taking over as a scorer. It's a scoring league, and I value scoring more than anything else. And I think it's James Harden who's having one of the most incredible seasons I've ever witnessed. He's one of the best scorers I've ever seen. Yep. He's averaging 38 points a game this year. Mm-hmm. And the difference is his team actually needs him
badly.
His team
the Bucks don't need Giannis.
No, okay. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that the Rockets, if you took Harden off the Rockets and Giannis off the Bucks would win way more games than the Rockets.
Way more.
Yes. Way more.
That's fair enough.
So when James Harden's off the court, they have a negative 2.4.
Yep.
You can go ahead.
That's another thing that I wrote. I wrote a whole bunch of stuff. I have Harden as MVP also, and it goes a little bit more than just scoring. And it goes a lot of what you were saying about it's a lot of what Giannis is doing is great individually, but he's also on a much better team. So when you talk about the team's defensive rating, the team's this, it's they have other great defenders on that team.
We saw the field goal percentage allowed at the rim is a statistic.
Brooke and Robin Lopez.
But Brooke and Robin are up there.
Yeah,
too.
they're second and third.
So it's kind of like bringing up plus and minus. It's more of a team statistic than a individual.
So and then you want to break it down a little bit. Harden's averaging 38.4 points per game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds, and so his 3-point percentage is misleading, I think, and that's because his first 5 games he shot 20%, but since then he's shooting, I believe it's 42. Mm-hmm. It's something up there. And he's shooting 56% from the 2, 38.6% from 3, and he's shooting 46% in total. And he's shooting 12 free throws a game, but he's scoring 10.6. It's 86% of them. And it's not like Giannis is averaging a lot less free throws. Like, Harden shoots this many free throws and no one else does. Yeah, Giannis is averaging 10.2 free throws a game. Mm-hmm. And that's 2 less than Harden, but 2 is a big number. I'm not going to lie. But it's not like he's shooting an astronomical bigger number. And Luka Doncic is averaging 9.1 free throws a game. Mm-hmm. And that's another MVP candidate.
I just really hate when people try to poke the hole in the James Harden argument by saying, the refs give him all these calls. Well,
they do give him a lot of calls.
And if you want to talk about who's the most double-teamed player in the league, it's Harden.
How much is there a number?
There's no number, and I can't find a damn number anywhere. But
so you're lying.
I'm not lying. Look it up. You'll find it, I'm sure. But I know that there was a game against the Blazers, I believe, I was reading up on, where Harden dropped 23 in the first half, and then he got doubled the entire second half. Still dropped 40, but their team lost.
Yeah, well, what teams are realizing now, especially good coaches, they're just going to literally double team Harden and let everybody else, because he doesn't have the best supporting cast. We've seen that.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook's trash.
Well,
I'm
just kidding.
I'm kidding. All the wrong spots.
But I mean, they'd rather have like PJ Tucker shooting corner threes, and even though he's
and the Rockets have been injured too. Eric Gordon has missed a decent amount of time
Gordon's
this year.
Missed a lot of time, yeah.
So, I mean,
and Clint Capella's missed some time.
Yeah, I just don't think anyone can touch Giannis or Harden. Honestly, I don't.
No, those are the top 2 for sure.
I don't
100%.
think you're supposed to have all right. I have James 1, Giannis 2, which is like 1A, 1B.
I just did a 1-2. That's a thing.
Yeah, then you could put like LeBron, Luka, AD, and
Luka will be MVP one day, but not this year.
Not this year.
Yeah, he will be MVP one year.
I think he's amazing.
Sure.
And I think he has a bright future.
Another thing about Luka is he has a lot of help as well. I thought that the Mavericks were not a good supporting cast.
They have a pretty good team.
But they actually do. I think they lead the league in bench points, and they also went on like a winning streak when he got hurt too. So
they won a couple games without him.
Yeah.
And they beat the Bucks without Doncic.
They did, yeah. Yanni was playing too.
Yeah, they did.
That was crazy.
Dude, he's averaging some good stats too. 30 points, 9 assists, 10 rebounds. Yeah, that's pretty damn good for a 20-year-old. Yeah, he's a beast. One day he'll be MVP, but it's not this year.
And the one thing I don't like about Doncic is like a lot of people talk about how great of a 3-point shooter he is, but he
shoots a poor percentage.
Yeah.
Very poor percentage.
It's actually close to Giannis, by the way.
Yeah, which is,
you can't compare it because Giannis they're letting him shoot open threes.
Of course,
and Doncic is taking like step
back. But you know what's crazy? But then people are saying, Harden's so inefficient. Harden's this, but he's shooting a better 3-point percentage, and he's doubled more at the 3-point line, and he's much more contested. Yeah. You see the shots this man hits on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
What does he have to do to win MVP if this isn't the year?
Another stat. The last person to win MVP and average 38 points, first of all, I couldn't even find the year, but Wilt Chamberlain averaged 37.6 and 27 rebounds and won it in 1959.
So you have to go back to the late 50s.
To find 37 points per game. There's a couple 35s, but he's averaging 38 points per game.
The thing about Harden though is he's not a good defender. I mean, he's very one-dimensional.
He's definitely improved.
He takes plays off, but it's not a matter of having improved on defense. It's just when he chooses to actually play it. So I've seen
which is not very often.
He does. Yeah, he does take plays off, but it's because his usage is insane, and yeah, he takes plays off.
You know who doesn't?
Yeah, I know.
Giannis.
But
I'm just saying, the reason I picked Giannis is because he's so dominant. There's nobody that's as dominant as him.
I mean,
and
averaging 38 points per game,
that's pretty dominant.
That's pretty dominant.
But he doesn't do anything on defense.
That's Wilt Chamberlain numbers, by the way.
But he doesn't do anything on defense, nor does he get rebounds like that. So it's like, all right,
you expect the two guard to get rebounds? Like that's
Luka does.
Okay, so does Russell Westbrook. What does that mean?
I'm just saying he does. I mean, he's very one-dimensional. He scores, but
really
a lot of them are free throws.
He's one of the best passers in the league. Also,
yeah,
you can't say he's one-dimensional.
I mean, there's so many good passers in the NBA. I could pick 3 above him right now.
Wow, 3
at least. Just off the top of my head, I could probably pick 10. I could probably pick 10.
I don't know about 10. That's.
I'm saying I could definitely pick 3 right now, and then I could definitely think of 10.
Bro, teams are literally accepting the fact that they have to play 3-on-4 basketball to double James Harden. Do you understand that?
Dude, we watched teams play the Bucks last year in the playoffs, dude. 4 people were closing in on Giannis to stop him.
I mean, Giannis lives in the paint. Imagine this.
Well,
you have a perimeter player standing at the 3-point line, and as soon as he crosses half court, there's 2 people on him. Mm-hmm. So you're literally letting up a 4-on-3 with the paint open.
Yeah, it's different when Giannis is driving to the paint. That guy's a freak.
He's athletic as hell.
He is dominant. He's the most dominant paint player in the league, for sure.
That's why everyone...
he's the most dominant player. Regardless,
definitely an argument. Definitely,
I mean, it's truth.
He's the best 2-way player.
That'll say for sure.
For sure, not even a question.
Yeah, no, he's definitely better than Kawhi. I don't know,
dude. What's with this load management stuff, dog? This is pissing me off.
I think we should save that for another time.
The weekend, but it really pisses me off.